Hello, today we're going to do a tutorial on a really fast exposed elastic skirt. This is just like a remnant thing. I had a single yard of some print. This is what I used it for. It's just a, cute little tartan dress, and that the print is actually Fantastic Beasts, so that makes me happy. But just a couple things. Obviously you're going to want a ruler and a set of scissors. I have to iron out my fabric before I do this too, but I want to talk to you about the elastic. I really wouldn't go any smaller than the 1 inch. Generally I'd actually recommend like 1.5 inches, but as you can see I got enough here to play with, so let's go. Alright, what I did was I folded mine in half. That way I can cut it here to make it longer, make the skirt a little fuller while still maintaining a decent length. But I lined it up with the lowest point and all that scrap part up there, so you could do that too. There we go. Got it on nice, level, even cut. Now I just got to cut along here, which I iron flat, help me make sure my line is straighter. Just a little tip in case you're still kind of learning. I don't know. I'm not trying to make assumptions or nothing. Just saying. I have cut my elastic. I cut it at 32 inches unstretched, so that it fits a little snug on 35-inch waist. And you just sew each end. Just a quick simple stitch before you start like trying to put the fabric on or anything. Alright, I have done the seam to sew these two pieces together. And then, I figured out what measurement I'm wanting for my waist, of course, and take that in half, and while it's folded, still close at the seam, you go to where you had it, like what your half mark would be, and then you take your ruler so you have a straight line. It seems obvious, but I know when I first started sewing, I wish people would have said these small little things. So I swear I learned the hard way. But yeah, you mark it down all the way. And cut it. Alright, this is the full length of the skirt, widthwise, and you can see the seam here. It's the center, and basically what you're gonna do, is you're gonna go ahead and just fold that back in half. Again, you can see the seam here. Consider that your middle, not over here. And you're gonna fold it in half, right up against your line, and you're gonna put a pin right on this crease here. It's just a little marker point. And then you'll fold it in half again, and you're going to put a pin on that crease too. Alright, and you're going to want to unfold it. And you see you got your pin, and you're going to do it just one more time. But what I like to do, you can do it however you'd like, I just find this to be easier, is line that seam up with that pin, and actually put the pin on the other side of the fabric, but again on that crease. And then just unfold it, and then put one pin on top of the other pin, just like that. And you're going to do it for these two back here. Alright, this here is to put your elastic on. I've already went ahead and put my pins in my elastic, just for the sake of saving time for the tutorial. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your middle one, you see, and you're going to put it right on your seam from where you, in my case I put the two pieces of fabric together. In your case you're just going to have to mark the center line, the same way you mark the other lines, pin. And you're going to want to put this with the side of the fabric out, like the nice part of the fabric, the front of it. That way when you flip it up, you know, it's all hidden. Let's do that. Alright, as you stretch it, you'll see that your pins and stuff should line up pretty decently. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to take pin to pin and just pin it together. And then your ends, of course. And then you're going to want to sew that together, and as you're sewing, just make sure you got it pulled and try to stick with, with your line. If yours is similar to mine, it has like the kind of break up. So let's do that too. Alright, you could easily stop that last step, but I like to do stuff to the bottom. And what I did was I lined it with a very thin black bias tape. And then on the outside, I'm going over it with this like ruffled lace. I just think it makes it look pretty, and it helps the bottom of the skirt stay open, like a little bit more fuller, without putting that bottom layer on. But this is a completely optional part. Like, there's nothing that's saying, oh, you have to do this, because it's just decoration. It like I said, it makes it look pretty, so I like to do it. I just think that makes it look it's a lot cleaner, and I think it's just all around prettier and looks nicer. But it's, I'm just explaining why I like it. I'm not saying you have to do it, so have fun.